Hello, hello, and welcome to another episode of the
Latin voices.
Voices. Happy and blessed Thursday for those who are on Thursday, and happy and blessed Friday for those who are on Friday. So today we are bringing you the following topic.
So, our topic for today is fear keeps people stuck, but regrets haunt you longer. So, we're going to deep a little bit more on the fear, and we hope so that this topic actually speak to you.
Yes. But before we dive into our topic, let us introduce ourselves. So, hi everyone, my name is Sandy. I'm originally from Panama, but currently residing in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. I also work in the movie industry, and I'm a proud digital business owner and mentor.
Hello, hi everyone. My name is Yesenia, but everyone knows me as Jessie. I'm a nurse by professional. I live here in Ontario, Canada. I'm original from Cuba, but I also have my business online. I am a mentor.
Hello everyone. My name is Isabel. I am originally from Mexico. Living in North Carolina with my husband, our kids. I'm also a digital business owner and a mentor.
Yeah, so thank you, Jessie. Thank you, Isabel. So we want to also remind you that every Tuesdays and every Thursdays we have our live webinar. So if you want to learn how you can start your online business and start earning online, all you have to do is just register into any of the websites that appear on the screen with your name and email address, and we'll send you that invitation to watch the webinar. We actually have the webinar tonight, so it happens every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5 p.m. PST and 8 p.m. EST. So it's the same time for both days. So when you register into our website, you will receive an email that will contain two links. The first one is to register to the live webinar. That one will take you to a page that will have two buttons, one for Tuesday and one for Thursday. So you can register for either one or for both. And the second link that you get there is the link to the replay of the live webinar. So just in case you cannot attend to the live webinar, that's not a problem. You can always catch the replay through that link and watch it from the comfort of your own home. In addition to that, we also invite you to our private Facebook group where you get to see more success stories from members of our community and more information about the business. Now, you're probably wondering, so what is it that we're going to find out on the webinar? On the webinar, we're going to find out how an online business plan works. And also, you get the opportunity to hear from the panelists, which are members of our community, who will be sharing with you why they decided to start their online business and how this online business has transformed their lives. So, let's find out who are the hosts and panelists for tonight's live webinar.
Okay, so we will have our live webinar today, and our host is Emina. She's a former bank manager and an online business coach. We're also going to have Sue's Hat. She is a student. We're going to have Jeremy Jerin is a customer service representative. And we're going to have Israd, who is a full-time mom.
We're also going to have Soraya. She's a job quitter. Sanaif is a full-time mom. Wasima is a college professor. And Bibi is a full-time mom. So all these people are going to be today, October 24. Oh, sorry. Today, October 23, in a live webinar. Remember, we do have live webinar every Tuesdays and Thursday, always at the same time, 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern time. And the only thing you have to do is register with your name and email to any of our websites, our link. We send you an email back with your personal link. You can have access to our webinar or replays. Okay.
Thank you, Isabel. Thank you, Jessie. So if you're catching tonight's live webinar, our live webinar has subtitles in several languages, that's Spanish, French, Tagalog, Vietnamese, in 5 languages, Spanish, Tagalog, French, Vietnamese, and Arabic. If you're catching the replay of the live webinar, our replays have subtitles in several languages. So if you want to be able to learn how to start your online business and start earning online, all you have to do is just register into any of the websites that appear on the screen, and we'll send you that invitation to watch tonight's live webinar. Okay, so what is our topic for today? Sorry.
Our topic is fear keeps people stuck, but regret hunts you longer.
Yeah, so that's what we're going to be talking today. So very good topic. So welcome back to another episode of the Latin Voices, and happy and blessed Thursday for everyone, or happy and blessed Friday, depending where you are in the world. So today we are getting real about something that holds so many people back, and that is fear. Okay. It's a very small world, but it makes a huge impact in all of us. That inner voice that whispers, what if I fail? Okay. But here is the twist: fear keeps you stuck, but regret is what haunts you longer. Okay. So regretting of not having doing something, that's what it will haunt you longer. So tonight or today, we're gonna let's break it down with three powerful truths. So what are our today's points?
So to their points are point number one, fear is normal, but staying there, that's a choice, okay? Number two, regret is the price of inaction. And number three, action is the antidote to fear.
Yeah, so that's what we're gonna be talking today. So let's start with point number one.
Okay, point number one, fear is normal, but staying there is a choice. We've all been there, standing at the edge of something new, feeling that mix of excitement and fear of change, fear of judgment, and fear of not being enough. According to this study here, according to Psychology Today, more than 70% of people admit that fear has stopped them from pursuing a dream or a goal at least once in their life. But here's the truth: fear isn't the problem. Staying stuck in it is. So, we really have to make a choice when we encounter fear. For me, I remember feeling clearly when I first decided to step into the digital space. I had no experience, no guarantees, just a dream that felt bigger than my comfort zone, right? I was afraid of what people would say, afraid of failing publicly, afraid of not being ready. But the moment I say yes anyway, everything changed. I realized that fear didn't disappear, it transformed. Um, it became fuel, motivation, proof that I was growing. So now, every time I feel fear, I take it as a sign that I'm stepping into a new level of purpose and possibility. Um, we are going to encounter fear quite a bit in our lives, but we really have to make a choice, and decide to actually face that fear. And when you face it, you're gonna see that it's a transformation phase, because at first, like, you're gonna be scared to do something, but as soon as you face it and you move forth, you're gonna see the growth in yourself. So fear is normal. I just want you to remember that fear is normal, but staying there is a choice, and you have the power to choose courage every single time. I know it's not easy, to have the courage to move forth, but we need to know that that's the step we have to take, especially after you face fear once and you know the outcome. Then you're ready for the next time you face it. You're okay, this is what I have to do, right? The key takeaway here is courage doesn't mean you don't feel fear. It means you move forward despite of it.
Thank you, Isabel. Yeah, so Isabel talk about, fear is normal. Okay, that's part of our DNA, but staying there is a choice. So we have to learn how to face our fears, and taking action. So, and then, fear will start to dissipate. And then we're going to learn how to control our fears. Okay, so let's move on to point number 2.
All right, so point number 2 is regret is the pride of inaction. Okay, let's talk about regret. It doesn't show up today, it show up years from now. Okay, Harvard student found that over 76% of people regret not taking more risks in life and career. We all have happened. Oh, I should have taken that career, or I should have taken that material at school, or I should have taken more classes, or like I should have taken the exercise class, the gym. We all regret it after, I should have learned another language. We all regret. We always have regret, but regret is not something that we regret right now. It's something that happen after. Okay, it's not failure. The regret is the chance they didn't take. Sometimes, and that is important. Sometimes it's not about like, oh, I regret failing or I regret something. It's I regret I didn't take the chance. Maybe it was not the income, the solution or the results I wanted, but I didn't take it. So how do I know if it will work, or how do I know if it doesn't work? So that chance that didn't happen is what make you to regret. Okay, this business, it's not about being ready, it's about being willing to take one step. It's about not regretting, not knowing what the business is about. It's about not regretting, maybe this is the solution that you're looking for. So regret whisper, what if you have tried? Let's not live with that question. What if it have worked for you? What about if this is what you be praying to God? Remember, fear keep you stuck, but regret hangs you longer. Um, Fear, as Isabel say, is temporary, but regret, it can stay with you for the lifetime. And I remember when I was stuck in that cycle, in the cycle of the same job, same routine, same worries, clock in, clock out. And I have fear too, like what about failing, what people will say about me being online, fear of I don't know all the answers, or fear about like I don't have a clue what I'm doing. But what scared me was waking up, years later, and realizing I had never tried. I never give it a chance to work, or I never knew what was all about. So that let opportunity pass, that let opportunity get away from your hands, because we're all waiting. I think we're talking about this for a long time, that we're waiting for the perfect time, the perfect moment. And we all know right now, if you are following us and you're watching us, we're telling you that the perfect moment doesn't exist, doesn't happen, and that's the spoiler alert. Those moments, they never come back. They maybe come back similar, but that specific moment or that specific opportunity really hard to go by again. So what I learned is yet you're either pay the price of the discipline and the courage now, or you pay the price of regret later. So I always say I prefer knowing, have all the information. Maybe it's not for me right now, and that's okay. But at least I didn't pass the opportunity. At least I know that I will not regret it hearing about it or looking into it. I will not regret it knowing the information. So, and that regret maybe later is gonna be more expensive. Expensive in different ways. Can be expensive emotionally, because then you're like, why did I did not take it? Oh my gosh, why did I pass? Like, what did it happen? So you are beating yourself. So emotionally, mentally as well, because you are like you feel drained, you feel everything that happened because you did not take the chance, so you didn't look at the opportunity. And it's spiritual, because now you're like you're low. You feel like oh, I didn't see it. Like, oh, whatever, I guess this is my choice of life, and so it's not about just the regret, like, oh yes, it's just the regret and expense to yourself, what I say, emotionally, mentally, and spiritual. So um as the topic say here, regret is the price of inaction. And every time you say, I'll do it later, or I'm not ready, um, you are getting like you're doing it, you are choosing a regret over growth. So silence is the killer of everything, because you feel safe but nothing grow there. So take action today, take action now, take the opportunity, learn about it, have that clarity, maybe that's the word. Have that clarity, maybe you're opening yourself a window, maybe you're opening yourself a door, you never know. So don't inactive, don't do like, don't stop and don't do anything, so do something about it, and you will not have that regret. But at least at least you took that step, at least you took that action to knowing, and you will not regret the price later.
Thank you, Jesse. Yeah, so Jesse talked about regret is the price of inaction. And, we have seen some of our members in our community, they regret when that they didn't took action, like, for example, 5 years ago or 2 years ago, when they saw the opportunity. And like Jesse mentioned, it's better to try and find out the information. And then if it's not for you, it's not for you. But at least you try, you took action instead of staying on the same place and not doing anything. So yeah, so it's like when time is gone, time is you cannot get it back, and that's the regret that we get. So let's go into point number 3. So action is the antidote to fear. So for here, when I look back on my journey, I realized that fear wasn't my biggest obstacle. Okay, so inaction was. 5 years prior, before finding this online business, I dream of creating a life that offered me time and freedom, balance and purpose. I love my work in the film industry. It was my dream job since I was a little girl. But deep down, I felt a quiet voice saying, there's more to life than this, and that's what I wanted. I wanted to have more time to be able to spend with my parents and all that, but I didn't take action. So taking that first step into the unknown wasn't easy. So finally, 5 years passed, and then I found this online business opportunity, and that was the moment that I decided to take that step. I didn't have all the answers and definitely didn't feel ready because I didn't know what to expect. It was a whole new world for me. But I took action anyway, and that changed everything. What I learned from that, I learned that you don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to move forward with faith and intention. So just have faith, and then things will fall in place when the time comes. So, according to Stanford research, even small, consistent actions rewire your brain to reduce anxiety and increase confidence. So, that's exactly what I experienced. Each action, make me more clarity and courage. So, one of the actions that I took, I didn't like to be in front of the camera, but I decided to take that action, because I wanted to be able to connect with my audience. So that, I didn't have the confidence, and we all here, we didn't have the confidence when we started, but we took that first step and we keep showing up every time. And that's how we started to build that confidence. So in our online business, we're guided by a system that takes the guests out of the process. So we have a blueprint, and then we also have mentorship. So you don't walk alone. You're surrounded by mentorship. You're surrounded by a step-by-step training and a global online community that believes in you even before you believe in yourself. And that is true. Why that? Because we all have the same like mindset. We all have the same dreams. Um, we have been those who are ahead of us have been in our shoes, and we have been in the shoes of the new business owners, so we do understand them, so that's why we believe in them, because we were in their shoes before. We didn't know anything, we didn't understand, but we took action and we did it, and we surprised ourselves of how many things that we thought that we're not capable, and we did it. So that's why we when we say here, the global community believes in you even before you believe in yourself, is true. Because we're all capable of achieving anything that we set our minds to, but you just have to believe in yourself. And that fear fades when you move. It's like I was saying, as you do, your lives, that fear start to dissipate. So clarity grows when you act, and confidence builds when you keep showing up. So that's the example that I gave before. So if you've been waiting for the perfect moment to start, remember, the first step doesn't have to be big. Okay, it just has to be yours. You know, by taking action, and your courage will meet you on the other side. But you just have to take that first step and face those fears, and you're going to be able to surprise yourself of what you're capable of doing. So that's what I want to share on this point. And what is our key takeaway?
Our key takeaway is, so if you're on the edge, scared to leave, know this. You can do hard things. You're not alone, and your future is waiting.
Yes, so that's our key takeaway for today. And we have arrived to the end of our life. So we hope so that you learn how to, face your fears, and stop staying stuck, and regret what you didn't do, why you didn't take that opportunity that was in front of you. So because we cannot live on regrets, we have to take action. We have to, like Jesse mentioned, we have to find out, and then we decide, if it is for us or not. But if we stay in the same place, first of all, we don't grow, and two, we're gonna stay there. Nothing's going to change. So if you're not happy where you are, well, do something about it, and then find out information. Um, so that's our message for today. So if you like something what we shared today, or if you wanna share an experience that you also encounter, how you overcome your fears, how you took action, put it in the comments, and we'll be happy to read your comments. Now, if you want to learn more about this online business opportunity, and you want to learn how to start your online business and start earning online, here are 3 ways that you can connect with us. You can either put in the comments more info, or you can send us a private message, and we'll be happy to answer any questions that you might have. Or you can register directly into our websites that appear on the screen with your name and email address, and we'll send you that invitation to watch the webinar. So when you register into our website, you will receive an email that will contain 2 links. The first one is to register to the live webinar. So that one will take you to a page that will have 2 buttons, one for Tuesday and one for Thursday. So you can register for either one or for both. Our live webinars happens on those 2 days, Tuesdays and Thursdays at the same time, 5 p.m. PST and 8 p.m. EST. So the second link that you are going to receive on that email is the link to the replay of the live webinar. So just in case you cannot attend to the live webinar, that's not a problem. You can always catch that replay through that link and watch it from the comfort of your own home. In addition to that, we also invite you to our private Facebook group, where you get to see more success stories from members of our community and more information about the business. Now, you're probably wondering, so what is it that we're going to find out on the webinar? On the webinar, you're going to find out how our online business plan works. And also you get the opportunity to hear from the panelists, which are members of our community, who will be sharing with you why they decided to start their online business and how this online business has transformed their lives. So if you want to catch tonight's live webinar, which happens at 5 p.m. PST and 8 p.m. EST, here are the hosts and panelists for tonight's live webinar.
Okay, our live webinar tonight, we're going to have Emina as our host. She's a former bank manager. Now she's an online business coach. We're also going to have News Hat, who is a student. We're going to have Jareen, who's a customer service representative. And we're also going to have Isra, who's a full-time mom.
We're also going to have Suraya. She's a job quitter. Zainab is a full-time mom. Wasima, a college professor, and Bibi, a full-time mom. So all these people are going to be today, Thursday, October 23, on a live webinar. Remember, we do have live webinar every Tuesdays and Thursday, always at the same time, 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern time. And the only thing you have to do is register with your name and email to get access. Register with your name and email to any of our websites or link, and we send you the information, okay?
Thank you, Isabel. Thank you, Jesse. So if you're catching tonight's live webinar, our live webinar has subtitles in 5 languages. That's Spanish, French, Tagalog, Vietnamese, and Arabic. And if you're catching the replay because you can make it for tonight's live webinar, that's not a problem. Our replays have subtitles in several languages. So there you go. So now you know, if you want to learn more about this online business opportunity, here are 3 ways. So you can either put in the comments more info, send us a private message, or register directly into our website. So if you guys are watching us from Facebook, but you are not following us on our Facebook business page, you can follow us up here on the top to get to know us a little bit more, who we are and what type of content we put in our pages, and more information about this online business opportunity. Now, if you're watching us from YouTube and you haven't subscribed to our channel, you can subscribe to our channel and press that notification bell to get notified when we put new content and when we are going live. So that way you keep learning more about this online business opportunity. And when you feel ready, we'll be happy to guide you here as mentors. And you're never alone on this journey because you'll have us plus an entire global online community. All right, so let's find out what is our topic for next Thursday.
So next Thursday, we're going to be talking about gratitude story that move heart and open minds.
Yes, so that's what we're going to be talking next Thursday, so don't miss it. So saying that, we want to say thank you again to everyone that has watched the live with us today. For those catching the replay, thank you so much. And to our followers, thank you so much for being part of our journey, for believing in us, and for engaging with our content. So we want to wish also a happy and blessed Thursday for those who are on Thursday, and a happy and blessed Friday for those who are already on Friday, and a happy and blessed weekend ahead for everyone. So thank you again for being here with us today, and until the next episode of the
Latin voices.
Voices.
Thank you, everyone. God bless you all.
Bye. Thank
Have a
you.
blessed Thursday.